In this video, I will be showing you guys more of my old art, and this time, I'll also be showing you guys more of my old comics. I planned to release this video a lot sooner, but finding more of my old art has been difficult, and I'll probably make another part to this because I have so much old art. Some of this art is from 2023, so it'll look similar to Iz's pilot art style. And if you don't know what Iz is, it's a comic that you should totally watch the promotion video for if you haven't yet. There will be a section of this video for all my old comics before I made Iz. Sorry that this video came out so late, I was planning to upload it a lot sooner. By the way, happy spring cleaning! I don't know if I'll be making a video about cleaning in my room, but I've been thinking about it. Like extremely young. I don't know why, but I used to really enjoy drawing side profiles of houses kinda like this. Like architecture on the inside of houses or whatever. I don't know why, but I was really into doing that. I was also into drawing horses and stuff like this. Sorry for any typing in the background, by the way. Okay, what is that? What makes this even better is that on the back of it, there's a question mark, which means my past self didn't even know what this was either. I think this was me just drawing out all the what ifs I had in my head. Like, what if this happened? What if that happened? So, yeah, I think that was just what I drew here. Which is really weird how I'm kind of guessing at this, because I remember drawing this, like, vaguely. These legs will forever haunt my nightmares. So I made a bunch of guy characters and decided to add female counterparts to them, like their twins or something, or like soulmates or something like that. I don't really know. Yeah, I was a huge fan of the whole humanoid animal thing. And this was before like furries became mainstream. I'm pretty sure this was around when Eevee evolutions kind of combined with Gacha Life stuff, but they had like masks on, so I don't remember if it was from Minecraft or something, because some Minecraft YouTubers did that kind of style with the mask, so I don't really know. Considering redrawing these two because I was actually proud of it. I remember drawing these Pokemon drawings. Here's just a couple of them. I don't know if there's any more, because I made so many of them. And I don't know where a lot of my drawings are, but this video is gonna be really long anyways, so yeah. Here's a monster I designed at some point way back when. This is just pretty much a My Little Pony theory I had at the time. Here's some FNAF drawings I did. I'm actually kind of proud of these, and I'm sad I didn't finish some of it. I'm sad that these papers got really crinkled up over time. Here's Moondrop and Sundrop stuff. I remember drawing this, and whenever I did, it looked so good, but now it's just kind of water damaged, I think, because of the tape I put on it to keep it safe. The tape on the backs actually worked really well to keep it all together and stuff. Like, it looks pretty dang good for how old it is. Okay, now we're in more of the 2023 era. I'm pretty sure that says Todd for his name, but I can't really tell. I don't know why, but I drew a lot of kids in this era for some reason. Here's one with some weird coloring. I remember drawing this clone person for some reason, so I wanted to show it to you guys because it looked kind of nice. I'm pretty sure I drew a lot more of these guys at the time, but I don't know where they are, so these are the only two left, sadly. I really like this one, looks super cool. This guy, why does he look like that? Anyways, here's me practicing my art skills, or like, just practicing mouths, I guess. I don't know why there's a guy in the middle of this page. I forget which art style I based this off of, but it looks really cool. I really like the red and blue stuff. I was really experimenting with that at the time. I practice. Here's a marker test I did. Here's an elf model person I drew for like a comic I had an idea for, but then it never went anywhere, so now I just have this. I feel like this drawing would be relatable to a lot of people. Here's an unfinished Gacha Life thing. Or, well, the designs were based on the Gacha Life versions of the characters. I miss it when it wasn't colored, but it still looks pretty good. It looks really good uncolored, though, so I'm kind of sad about that. Another eye, but I guess this is more half of a face. Still looks cool. This was A Nightmare Before Christmas with my OC. And yes, I'm Sally. I don't really know who this character is, to be honest. I was trying to make them someone important in my, like, OC's story or something, but, they just never became a thing. This guy is Kyo, and I know this is just his eye, but I will make a separate video going into the comic this guy came from. Yes, there's that much stuff in that comic. Speaking of comics, I'm pretty sure I drew more of the characters for heroes or villains, but I don't really know where they are, and these characters were based off stuffed animals I used to have. So, yeah. The Mixed Secrets was a comic that I did on paper. All of it was in this one art journal thing, and it was really cool because I did a couple pages. First 3 pages you'll be seeing or have already seen were just painted when it talks about the humans, the angels, and the demons. Now the characters and stuff, it was just originally drawn on pencil, but then I went over it at some point with marker. So at the last 2-3 pages of the comic that you'll be reading aren't outlined in pen like I did with the other pages earlier, because I stopped working on the comic mainly because I lost motivation and I wanted to wait till my art style got better. So that was one reason, or well, 2 reasons that I stopped working on this comic. Although it had a really good story going for it, you know? Although I guess it does get a bit cringy. I guess that's what you would expect for an old comic like this, especially coming from early 2023. Just certain stuff is popular and it's been 3 years, so stuff is gonna be cringy. I remember when I first found out how to do the shimmer in their hair with color pencil that a lot of anime artists do, for an example. I remember when I first figured out how to do that, and I used it a lot in this comic, I've noticed. So I find that really funny. At the time of making that comic, I also didn't know that angels and demons were the same species. There is that misconception that they're different things, which I guess makes sense because, demons have been made to be evil, which they are, and angels have made to be good, right? So you'd think that they'd be different species, but no, they're technically the same thing. It's kind of complicated. But anyways, that comic and the characters were kind of thought up of whenever angels and demon stuff was popular, especially among the Gacha Life community. Also, yes, I would like to say sorry for the weird romance in this comic. It's kind of complicated and really cringe. I cringe every single time I read some of this crap because I had to reread some of these lines just to check if everything was okay to show to YouTube. Not that there would be anything bad, but you always gotta check. Anyways, in this comic, there's a lot of Gacha Life references. I feel bad if you don't know them, because a lot of the items, for example, some of the demons' halos or whatever, there are halos. Some of them borrow designs from Gacha Life, so hopefully I don't get copyright striked. I don't know why, guys, but my voice kind of sounds weird in this video so far. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's iMovie or something, but my voice kind of sounds weird. Maybe it's just my English, even though I'm fluent in it. I don't know why, but as I've gotten older, my English has gotten worse. To be more specific, my grammar has gotten worse. I don't know why. Comment if you guys also have this issue. Anyways, I'm really sad that I kind of dropped off this comic and didn't continue it at the time because of all the things I thought I would be doing by now. I thought I would still be doing this comic, okay? I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking. I should have continued it from back then and maybe I would have still had it today, but nope. Decided to wait and then it never happened because, procrastination exists and I have it. Woo! Also, as you can see, the colors have kind of lessened. It's probably because I was starting to slowly lose motivation to work on the comic. This short comic was based off some toys that I had at the time, and I wanted to make something cool out of it with monsters and stuff, or well, aliens, but it didn't really work out. Here's a 2 birds on a wire animatic I never finished on paper. The never-ending walk was such a cool idea that I wish I could bring back, but I don't think I can at this point because it's just been so long, and I don't remember all the details I had in that comic that I really liked, so yeah. It was a half novel, half comic, so you'll see some of that in these 2 pages. Also, yes, my spelling was bad, which is mainly the reason why I didn't write that much or read that much. Back then I was really too into reading, but now I'm super into it. The Cosmic Gems is a comic I barely remember working on, which is why it wasn't in the list that I showed you guys earlier. The reason why I didn't show it in there is because, or well, any of these short little comic things, is because I don't really consider them full-on comics, so I only really wrote the big stuff down on that list from earlier, so yeah, sorry about that. Stupid Stuff, the comic, it's so funny. It was supposed to be super funny, but I don't think I made it funny enough to suit it justice. Cause weird cawing birds that don't make sense, that are not ravens and they are not crows. We don't know what they are still. They need more justice. And so does the weird blue guy. I forget his name. He deserves justice for how little funniness this comic produced. And this comic was supposed to produce funniness that it never acquired, I do not think. So, yes, I'm being so wise right now. Egg Guys was a really cool comic, and Egg Lincoln, I wish I still had the original drawing of him, but it was really funny, because he would shoot these little Egg Lincoln bombs, and they were little tiny, little versions of him that would literally explode, like a time bomb thing. It was very strange. Anyways, Egg Guys was a cool comic. Well, it very shallowly not really lasted. It didn't really last that long. Smiling Damon was just supposed to be the origin story for the Damon counterpart of my OC, but I kind of lost interest in it. So we just have this now. Funny Pikachu stuff comic. I thought it was going to be a comic that would actually continue, but then I stopped because I lost motivation. You see, it's a continuing pattern with a lot of these comics that I just lost motivation due to like procrastination and like not enough time to do stuff. This comic was also inspired by the show called Starter Squad, which is a very good Pokemon show. You should watch it if you haven't. It's on YouTube. It is so good. And if you missed out on the nostalgia, then I am so sorry. Anyways, the Charmander in this comic is addicted to ice for some reason. And the Pikachu is absolutely massive in this comic. Wildcats and the Humans Jewels was the big comic of 2023. It was the big comic that I made before I created eyes. So it was really cool, and I don't know if I'll continue it because my art style has like upgraded so much, and it would be really different compared to the art style that you'll see here. So it is very similar to Eyes and what that'll be like. I put so much into this comic though because it was the big comic of the time, so like I put my heart into it. This comic has a lot of similarities to Eyes because of that. I really do wish that I did color in this comic because it looks so good in black and white. I just wish I could see it in like colored form, you know? But it is what it is. It's funny how I've come to really love drawing anthropomorphic animals. Like, I've been doing it my whole childhood. I've been drawing them my whole childhood, which is interesting, you know, how we got here with eyes and everything, which will probably be uploaded after this video, the pilot for Eyes. I'm so excited to show you guys. Sorry that I keep talking about it during this comic in specific, but it's so much to be here right now. And to be showing you guys all of the stuff that I made in the past and everything, it's so touching to me. Here's some posters for the main character. And then we have this random wolf dude that looked pretty cool. Also some special cats that were like kind of a religion. So I guess you could say this comic was also kind of inspired by warrior cats. I made this whole series thing around the time when Gacha Life 2 came out. It just came out when I started writing all this stuff. So at the time I was planning to make a gacha story because I always wanted to, but then Gacha Life wasn't really popular anymore and Gacha Life 2 deleted my progress twice. But anyways, this is all that's left of it, and I sadly don't have any pictures left of the characters I made, which looked so good. I miss it so much. But now it's all gone, so it's just kind of like sad. Speaking of Gacha Life, I did do a collab with Santa. I'll explain more in the description about that though. Promise you it does have to do with Gacha Life. Credits are also in the description. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you will enjoy my comic pilot that will probably release after this video. I really need to create an outro like an actual YouTuber.